If your UK property is owned through a company, moving it out of that company can trigger a large tax bill. But there may be a way to reduce that tax. This tax is called the capital gains tax or CGT. In the past, companies were allowed to adjust the cost of a property for inflation. This adjustment is called indexation allowance. This inflation adjustment was frozen at the end of 2017. However, for properties owned before then, it can still be used today. This is especially relevant if a non-UK company, often linked to a family trust, owns UK residential property. De-enveloping simply means taking the property out of the company and placing it into personal or trust ownership. When this happens, the tax authorities usually treat it as if the company has sold the property. That can create a capital gains tax charge. The indexation allowance was frozen from the 31st of December, 2017. It was not abolished. Companies may still claim indexation up to that date, provided the property was owned by the company before then. Here is a real-life example of how indexation allowance reduced capital gains for a company when it transferred the property out of the company. The property was bought in March 2004, and it is transferred out in January 2026. It was bought for £770,000 and the current market value is £1,150,000, which gives us a capital gain of £380,000. Indexation allowance used is 0.507. You can get this figure from HMRC's website. Search for indexation allowance and find this page. Scroll down to March 2004. This is where you will find 0.507. If you scroll further down, you will see that it ends in December 2017. In the calculation, you will see that the entire capital gain is reduced to zero. This is a very large saving for the company. The indexation allowance was abolished for individuals and trustees. When reviewing the future of UK properties held through corporate or trust structures, indexation allowance remains an important consideration. Professional advice is essential to ensure it is applied correctly.